What's up, everyone? Today I am, of course, in Thompson Park, my favorite local riding area. I wanted to give you guys a sample of what it's like to ride on groomed trails. These were groomed earlier this week, so they've seen quite a bit of use, but you can still see this main groomed track going up right here. I'm just climbing up here to the sagebrush flats, and then that's when you get to hit a lot of the trails. This is just an access road, but let's see what it's like. Today's a little bit of a test on my lungs. The last few times I've come out, I've had some really hard time breathing. It has been cold, obviously, but I don't know if I'm having, I don't know what they call it now. It used to be called like exercise-induced asthma, or just like cardio cough. It's basically your lungs struggle with cold, dry air, and I have been feeling that recently. My last ride, I had to cut in more than half because I just could not catch my breath. So I've got a scarf on today that I basically, it's not cold enough for that really. I've got it kind of up halfway over my mouth, and it really helps get some moisture in there as I exhale. And so far, it's helped a ton. Forgot my fork was locked out. Not that it matters a lot, but this trail's a little bit rough. You can tell there's been people hiking and with dogs on it. That is freshly groomed. You can see it's probably a little soft for it. Usually you can get just perfect, those straight ridges all the way through. They also use another thing where they basically drag like a half of a pallet through, so it's smooth, but it's like the same width. So, pretty cool. All right, let's head down John's Gulch. This is a very fun descent in the summer. Tight switchback. Wrong gear. Whew. Off camber. Wooden bridge. Whew. Whew. It's a little more pedally than in the summer. That added drag from the snow. Whew. I keep losing the back tire. Probably need to lower my pressure a tiny bit. Snow berm. Woo. That's the bottom of that descent. Now I got a gentle climb up the other way. Whew. That was fun. I feel like this is like straight out of a picture, a painting. Bob Ross probably. So there's the happy trees. Wonder where the happy little squirrels are. All the critters, as he would say. Almost to the top. Gotta take a layer off when I get up here. I'm sweating. Try to keep the sweat to a minimum, because you're out in the cold, it'll make you colder. I did a ride a few weeks back and it was around 0 Fahrenheit when I was riding. I got a little too sweaty on the climb. On the way down, found that my once I stopped, I found that my clothes had basically frozen to me. I'm gonna let out a tiny bit of pressure, just because he just groomed this part of the trail. Oh, that's fun. Gonna have some snow in my helmet. Pressure is so dependent on what you're riding, the conditions, and then also you personally, how much you weigh. It's kind of the worst. Come on. Whew, a little cold. just that little bit of air pressure I let out has made a big difference. Fat tires and plus tires are really sensitive to pressure. Even just a half of PSI can make a huge difference. I was getting close to, occasionally there'd be a little bit of a rut from where I was riding. Now I'm just floating, no problems at all. It was also in some areas that were just in direct sunlight and not a whole lot of snow on them, but still don't want to damage the snow surface. This is the grading camp trail. Snow's a little soft for some of these climbs. They get a little too steep. Close to the top. Not quite yet, but getting there. Got to help another rider who had a chain drop and adjust the derailleur a little bit. Most people keep heading up once they reach the top and then make it a loop, but I want to ride down this. I think it's going to be pretty fun and pretty straightforward, so I think that'll be, I mean, so far it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, some good flow. Whew. It's a little tricky because it's a little soft, so am I gonna fall? Probably. Gonna have to watch my speed a little. If you don't have a dropper on your fat bike, I would highly recommend it. Makes a huge difference, as you know, just dry riding in general, you know, once you get to the descent. And on snow, it's especially helpful because your balance and ability to control the bike are even more important. Another thing that helps with too is if you're in deep snow where you sink in, if you get off or fall off, it helps because you can drop the post and swing your leg over easier and get started. Otherwise it's really hard because a lot of times you end up a few inches shorter than normal as you sink down into the snow. Oh, a little bit icy. Dang, this is fun. Woo! Pedal. I love these little whoops, however you say it. Makes it feel a little roller coastery. Woo! I'm surprised it's been as firm and sticky as it has been. Did not feel this way on the way up. Woo! Holy cow. Ah! This part's not groomed. Ah! I took my pedal off, or my foot off the pedal. Couldn't get it back on. Woo! Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I forgot that it switched. This last part, it's a little techie. Got some rocks and stuff. I don't know if I've ever ridden down it, even in the summer. Tried to ride up it, but only made it up successfully one time. Okay. Whew. All right. I'm gonna head through the tunnel and then down and head back down on the road, actually. Okay. I don't have a light and I feel like I'm blinded by the sun. So I'm just gonna keep it steady. There we go. Grand Canyon. Let's do this. Ooh, that just tells me this is gonna be interesting, how melted that is. I was just here 2 days ago and that was very snow covered. Ah, I hate that. Always forget to shift. Whoa! Gotta point your hips where you want to go. Helps so much. If you're struggling with cornering, try that out. Just say, I'm gonna point my hips right where I want to go. Whew, mud. Wow! This part gets real steep, and then that was like the tightest switchback in the world on it. There. Come on, come on. There we go. Come on. You know, I'm getting a lot more confident on the snow. It's every season. I struggle at first with, you know, how much to trust it. And then eventually I'm like, might as well trust it as much as dirt, you know? It's amazing. Okay, well, I'm actually just gonna head back on the road. Usually I park actually right here, but today I parked down at the next parking lot. Hope you enjoyed this. Try to do a few trail rides every now and then, those types of videos, because some people can't get out, and when you haven't been out for a while, it's nice to ride vicariously through someone. So, and you know, maybe you don't have any snow in your area and you want to see what it's like. I'll just tell you it's very fun, and in some ways I feel sorry for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.